Hello everyone, welcome to your second royal reading here today, a Sunday afternoon at MadWorldTarot. It is the 28th anniversary of Princess Diana's death in Paris, and I'm looking at the Dueling Diana documentary story that's been swirling around in recent times, and now I'm looking at it from Prince William's perspective. And my theme for the day is the devil in the deep blue sea, and we've had the Harry devil reading, and the devil showed up in that reading, interestingly. Prince William and the deep blue sea, deep emotions. The King of Cups, really, that's deep emotions. And Daily Beast, which seems to sometimes have the inside story from Prince William, has told us that Prince William is unwilling to let Harry lay claim to the Diana legacy. He will feel compelled to respond with his own contribution if Harry goes ahead with the Netflix documentary. And Neil Sean also had something to say about this recently. He said that Prince William feels allegedly that if he doesn't do anything, if he stays silent like he always said he would after the 20th anniversary film that he and Harry made, then it will reflect really badly on him. It will make him out to look like he doesn't care, and Harry is the only one still holding a torch for Princess Diana, and he's the only one that cares and is digging around trying to find the truth. So it's a bad look for Prince William. So it's put him in a really difficult situation. I'm going to do a quick reading with the Deviant Moon Tarot. Just a quick look, Prince William's perspective on this, how he feels about the Netflix documentary that Harry and Meghan are allegedly making, or thinking of making, how he feels about doing his own contribution. What is he worried about? What does he fear? What's the outcome for him? What is going to happen? Just a short reading. A very difficult position that he is in. Knight of Cups, not quite the King of Cups. Very emotional, revisiting old ground that he's trying to put behind him just because the brat, the has-been in California, is short of funds, cash strapped, needs the money from Netflix. Netflix gagging for whatever they squeeze out of Harry to make that $100 million deal worth something. And of course, this is it. This is what they've been waiting for all these years. The juice on the Diana story, the inside story, however fictitious the story is, perhaps, allegedly. Let's have a look. Tarot, fun and entertainment, or my opinion, or speculation. Just reading energy. Disclaimer in the box below. Prince William's perspective. How does he feel? Poor man, to have this hanging over him now, along with all the other things that he's got hanging over him. There has been up to his usual tricks. And Meghan. King of Swords. That's a sword of Damocles, all tongue-tied now, hanging over him with that King of Swords in reverse. That's a threat and the menace of this. Interesting, swords in reverse, not true. He'd like to suppress it. He'd like to silence it. There might even be lawyers involved with that King of Swords. There might be security people involved. There might be people getting together, as I say, security people, journalists, press people, publishers, not Charlotte Griffiths. The people in positions of power. He might be getting those kinds of people together and getting opinions from them. How can I shut this down? I want to shut it down. I need to shut it down. How am I going to do this? Even Pa might be involved in that King of Swords in reverse energy. I need to shut these lies down. In my opinion, that's how the energy is reading for me. Also, just the malice of it and the menace of it that is in that King of Swords in reverse. That is ugly energy. It's cruel energy. It's cutting. It's deceptive. It's vicious. It's coming from the Parkle side of the equation, of course, with this first look deal with Netflix. So that's the underlying energy. Situation we're dealing with, Tower. Tower in reverse. How to stop this tower from falling. How to stop this new shock for the royal family. Would the royal family withstand this level of calumny? Possibly. Prince Philip killed Diana. Prince Philip energy in there, King of Swords in reverse, air sign man. The rumour always was that he was the one that organised the incident in the tunnel. That was the big rumour. That was the big one. And that's in here, in this underlying energy. And of course, it's a rumour. Let's make that very clear. I'm just repeating the big rumour. That may well have been fed to the has-been quite in quite liberal doses at a certain point in his life. Quite recently, cough, cough. Prince William, how do I prevent this tower from falling? Can I even prevent it from falling? This next shock and outrage that we now have to deal with. Or do I just sail away on that luxury yacht and wave it all goodbye? Why should I care even? Is coming through quite strongly, I have to say. Poor man. Can't tell you how sorry I feel for him right now. How does he feel about the Has-Been documentary for Netflix that is allegedly underway? Knight of Cups in reverse. It showed itself to us as I was shuffling. This is the Knight of Cups. That is Prince William right now. Very upset. Very upset. He feels betrayed. Cups are about loyalty for me as an energy reader. And they made a deal. They made a deal way back at the 20th anniversary. They would do that film and then they would do no more. At least in public. That was it. They were going to let her rest in peace. They were going to go quietly away. And he feels betrayed. Very hurt. The deep blue sea. Really upset. Really betrayed. How does he feel about having to do his own whatever thing? Interesting, Four of Wands. Interesting because that card popped up as the outcome card of Harry's reading. It was quite a surprise, given the energy of that reading, to see reconciliation, reunion, the family energy in that Harry might actually think better of doing this at some point if he wants to maintain some connection with his family, his blood family. If Prince William does this, it will be done in such a way as to present Diana as a mother, as a childhood, it's home. And there's two in the foreground there. The Harry story is being portrayed as the inside story on the collapse of Charles and Diana's marriage. Prince William would take a whole different angle on this. He would come up with positive stories about his childhood, about his home life, about life with Diana, about life with Harry, about life with Charles. It would be balanced, it would be measured, it would be stable. It would see, I emerged whole from this experience. I'm happy, I'm happily married. I want her to be remembered in a positive way. It would completely counter whatever Harry is deciding to do. And that could be one of the reasons why this card showed up in the previous reading, that Prince William's take on things might temper and offset what Harry and the Claw are up to over in Montecito. Very interesting energy. It's healthy and balanced. The Four of Wands is the happy home card. It's just being settled and comfortable and remembering the positives rather than the negatives. What a different perspective this man has, and thank goodness he was born first. I think we should all get on our knees right now and thank the good Lord for the fact that Prince William was born first. What is he worried about? What does he fear? We already have the Tower on the tarot table as the central issue. It doesn't get worse than the Tower, really. Well, it can do. But there's already that. So what does he fear? Judgment, and it's in reverse. Rehashing the same old story, because it's going round and round, the Judgment card. Back it comes. But more than that, it's going to... It's going to open the can of worms. Because judgment has a closure about it. You're judged. That's it. You're done. We've decided, and then we move on. We move on to the World card in the Major Arcana of Tarot. In reverse, can of worms. We are going to rehash this whole thing all over again. cries for another inquiry, all that kind of stuff. All, you know, instead of being dead and buried, it's resurrected, it's looked at again. And it's looked at again in a quite a gruesome way. Horrible energy in that card. Horrible energy, Tower and Judgment, and both in reverse. Awful energy. Outcome for Prince William of this situation. What's he going to do? What's going to happen? Just generally, we're going to look at this a million times. We have the Death card and it's in reverse. He is going to be stuck in this energy. He is, unfortunately, with that Death card in reverse, going to have to revisit the situation. He's stuck in this cycle, this never-ending cycle. He wants it to be finished. He wants it to be done. He wants to let go of it. He wants to leave her dead and buried. He's not allowed to because the has-been won't let him, because the has-been hasn't made his peace with what happened to his mother, and in my opinion, never will. He would have by now if he could have, and he hasn't, so he's not going to. And so Prince William is going to have to deal with this and deal with it and deal with it. And the 40th and the 50th and the 60th and the 100th anniversary, he's going to have to deal with it and deal with it and deal with it, because Harry won't deal with it. And also in the Scorpio card, Death card in reverse, Charles isn't going to deal with it. Charles isn't going to put his foot down and say, shut up. And if you want access to the Bank of Power, you shut up and you stop it. It's not going to happen. So Prince William is the adult in the room, unfortunately, in this family, and it all lands on him to deal with. Very hard cards in this reading. Not surprising. Interesting if he gets to shut this thing down, because that's first prize here. But if he has to do it, he will make a sane and measured documentary or conversation, maybe have a conversation with someone, and he'll reminisce and he'll talk about the past and what life was really like, and actually there were good times as well as terrible times and all of that, and try and put something positive out to counter all the negativity that is sitting on this table. The Tower in reverse, the Judgment card, the Death card, ghastly energy. I can't imagine what he's going through right now. Send your thoughts and prayers to Prince William. I can tell you, he really needs them. That is the reading. I'll see you in September.